Welcome. My name is Ryan. We're going to be talking with Nathan. We're doing Buddi News Roundup. We're super excited. It's the first one of these. We're doing all kinds of pet news from this week. We're going to be talking about a dog found missing after 15 days in Quincy, a New York police dog rescue out of the East River. Columbus is having a growing stray cat crisis, which is crazy. And then there's this amazing body cam footage down in Florida where a dog played Lassie and led the police right to its injured owner. So, Nathan, great to see you.
Good to see you. I'm looking forward to it. Some really neat stories we got today.
I am too. You want to just get it rolling? Let's get this thing started.
Yeah. What do you want to start with? Anything in particular?
Yeah, let's look for that dog that was missing for 15 days in Quincy.
Yes, let's do that. That one, I believe. Here we go.
Because 15 days is nuts. So, usually after a week, I think the percentages go way down and you finding your pet again.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Let's check it out.
Didi is rescued and she is home safely in the swamp.
That is good news indeed. That's Gwendolyn Streeter from Quincy thanking all the teams involved in helping to rescue her pup Didi. She tells us the 15-year-old Shih Tzu wandered out of the yard and went missing for days until they finally heard her barking and they found Didi stuck in the mud in a dried up lake in their neighborhood.
Incredible. She called for help and Gaston County Sheriff deputies, fire department and fire rescue from Gretna and Mount Pleasant worked together to get Didi back into her arms. Didi is named after Gwendolyn's late daughter. So she says having the dog back home keeps her daughter's nickname ringing through her life. What a wonderful resolution.
That's great.
wow. So we've got Gwendolyn with her missing dog Didi, who is named after her passed away daughter.
Yeah.
So, and then the dog is missing for 15 days. They find the dog stuck in the mud in a lake bed.
That's wild. I wonder if missing dogs are like missing people, where if you don't find them in the first 48 hours, you're probably not going to,
Yeah, no, it's exactly like that. But especially anything after a week is just like your dog's gone,
Yeah.
and thank God they found Didi. And and this leads me to go, well, how long was the dog actually stuck in the lake? Because was the dog missing for 13 days and got stuck in the lake the last 2 days? Was the dog stuck in the lake the whole time? But crazy.
Man, what a great story, though.
And the dog was older. So, we've all got to thank whoever you need to thank, because that dog could have bit the dust. And the fact that, Didi stayed on and really, she was barking like, hey, help me. That's amazing. And I'm glad they found her.
Incredible. All right, let's go and check out the story. We have this one that is from the up in New York, where they found the dog in the East River. A really incredible story. Of course, everybody's familiar with the East River. It's kind of a national news that happens in New York, so it's a great story. Let's check it out.
Right.
Over the weekend, a group of NYPD officers rescued a dog who somehow found her way into the East River.
That's right. She's now recovering at the animal care centers of New York City while they try and track down her owners. Fox 5's Meredith Gorman has the story.
Are you missing a small white dog? This female pup was rescued from the East River on Sunday. NYPD says she was found in the water in the vicinity of the South Street Seaport, still in her pink harness, and is now being held at the Animal Care Centers of New York City and East Harlem. The search for her owner is still on.
They're doing surveillance. They saw it on surveillance camera, went in and rescued the dog, wrapped her up in a blanket because she was cold. She was in the water. And then they brought her here. And so the first thing we did is check for a microchip, and there wasn't a microchip. Then we did a quick medical exam just to make sure that there was nothing acutely wrong with her.
And over a day later, no one has come forward to claim her. The Animal Care Centers in East Harlem estimates that she's about 1 or 2 years old, and she's very sweet. Workers there tell me that she's getting lots of love alongside the other dogs while being held at the shelter, and they've even named her Hudson while they wait to see if someone comes forward. And if they don't, she'll become available for adoption.
We have a stray hold for 3 days, and during those 3 days, we look at different websites. We try and find their home, and if not, then they become available for adoption.
She is the kindest, cutest, and tiniest dog, and her tail has been wagging nonstop. I got to hold her and walk her today when I visited the shelter, and she is beyond lovable. The Animal Care Centers of New York City are asking anyone who is the owner of this dog to come immediately to the shelter at 326 East 110th Street in East Harlem and bring verification that she belongs to you. You can also reach them at 212-788-4000.
So if this dog belongs to you, please go to the Animal Care Centers and pick her up. Reporting from East Harlem, I'm Meredith Foreman, Fox 5 News.
She does look really comfortable in
Yeah, I
Meredith's
know.
arms.
Well-behaved dog. Hopefully the owner's on the way as we
Yeah.
speak.
Nathan, what's the moral of this story?
Have your dog chipped.
Exactly.
Oh, my
You hit it right on the
goodness.
head. Yeah. And this dog belongs to somebody because she's clipped.
Yeah.
She's got a cute little pink collar.
Yep.
And so I'm wondering where this dog came out of. But man, once again, it's just, hey, we found this dog in the East River.
Yeah. Well, maybe she was a mobbed up dog. Maybe she owed the mafia some money.
Right. And they said, hey, you got to pay up or we're going to put you in this river.
Yeah.
And the dog's just like, I don't think you will.
It's possible.
It is possible. Yeah. And normally with humans, they put them in a drum filled with concrete, but they thought the dog, hey, we'll just toss it in there.
Yeah. I'm sure, even mobsters have boundaries, so,
Right.
They're like, we're not doing anything to the dog. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But throwing it in the East River. So,
Yeah. But I'm glad that we're getting publicity because somebody loves that dog. They're going to hopefully they see the news story and
right.
They were just missing their dog and now they'll be reunited.
Well, and I think, and I could be wrong, man, if somebody doesn't claim that dog, that reporter might claim that dog because she was seeming to have a very good time with her and taking selfies, and dogs seem to really enjoy her.
She might be
well.
adopting her pretty quickly.
Right.
All right, let's check out this next story. This is it's a Clear the Shelters initiative. I think you'll like this story. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Many of you came out to help clear the shelters today. WCNC Charlotte teamed up with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control to help pets find forever homes. Today, more than 80 pets were adopted from the shelter, and hundreds were adopted from participating shelters and rescues across the city. We spoke to people who said adopting a pet was worth it. Charlotte-Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control waived adoption fees for dogs, cats, and other pets during Saturday's Clear the Shelters event.
I just felt like now was the time.
Long lines didn't discourage people from welcoming a furry friend into their home.
Then I saw Billy, and that I really wanted to see the dog, so I came here very early, so I really wanted to meet him, see how he is, make sure he's okay, and then here he is. The shelter continues to face overcrowding issues, prompting a call for help from the community to adopt, foster, and participate in staycation programs.
We are here with Hollywood Feed. We're just really trying to make the transition with all of the new pups, kitties, all the animals into their new homes as easy as we can. Here to just celebrate the happy pets going home.
How's it feel?
Oh. Adopters said the strong turnout explains the importance of community members stepping up to change a pet's life.
You never know what kind of relationship you can get with the dog, and it could be what you're looking for. So if you feel that you're ready and and there's signs coming to it, you might as well just give it a try.
All animals need love, right? They're all here on this earth to just be loved and live happy lives. There's a lot of, animals going home, and that makes my heart happy.
And if you couldn't make it out to today's event, we still have the details that you can have about this and learn more about how to adopt or foster a pet inside the WCNC Charlotte News app.
Well, kudos to Hollywood Feed. Kudos to that shelter for just, the Clear the Shelter event. Usually it's pretty successful, but it seems like they had a really successful day there.
Yeah, something that said 80 were adopted and even more. I think it's great. Of course, we always say adopt, don't shop. We're big fans of people who adopt dogs, and so it's a great thing to see them do that, because a lot of those dogs, if they don't get adopted, they get put to sleep.
Right. Are am I remembering correctly where all Nathan, your dogs are adopted?
All but one. We got one because we wanted to get a Great Dane, so I actually went to a Great Dane breeder.
Mhm.
And funny story with that one is, when I got her as a surprise for my wife, and so when I got the puppy, I don't know anything about Great Danes, but she's all white, and that's what that's what I thought my wife would want, because she had told me she had a dream that she had an all white Great Dane. So I thought she was like, oh, she's really like this. So I get the point. Well, apparently with Great Danes, you have to be careful when you're breeding them about Merle and double Merle. And a lot of all white Great Danes are blind or deaf, or blind and deaf. So breeders are not supposed to breed their dogs a certain way, because that can happen. Well, I didn't know any of that, so I just got an all white Great Dane. So we get the puppy, we fall in love with her, but then my wife's like, I think she's deaf. I'm like, no. So we asked the breeder, and the breeder's like, oh, no, she's not deaf. I promise, she's not deaf. Well, we took her to the vet, and of course she's deaf. So, but by then we're in love. So we have a special needs Great Dane. She's a big, white, beautiful, deaf Great Dane. And she's very sweet, but can't hear anything. So,
and what is her name?
Even if you don't adopt, it doesn't guarantee you anything, clearly.
Right. What is her name, Nathan?
Phoebe.
And I do love the story because you clearly state, I know nothing about Great Danes, and yet I got one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. That's but you do have big dogs. I will add that. So you knew,
Yes.
and you knew a Great Dane's going to get pretty big, and so
Yes.
that I think that's the main point with a Great Dane. I had a good friend. You remember Uncle Aaron? They would
Yes.
They had, and I think still have to this day, 4 cats, but they would always babysit it would be his brother-in-law's Great Dane. So throw a giant Great Dane, I believe her name was Olive, into the mix of 4 cats, and hilarity would ensue. The shenanigans and hilarity,
Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, my of course my dog that I got when it was a rescue, he was about 6 or 9 months. He just passed away recently. Ace,
Right.
that was
Ace.
but he was an adopt dog. He was the best dog ever. So, you definitely can find someone that's going to be your best friend. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ace was your buddy. He's
Yep.
a good dog.
Well,
Why don't we do when adopting doesn't, when it's not working, and the cats are taking over Columbus, Ohio.
Yes. Yep. Columbus, Ohio is getting overrun with stray cats.
Overrun with stray cats.
We need to send Bob the Cowboy Cat Wrangler up there.
I think we need to ship Bob the Cowboy Cat Wrangler out there. And I also need video footage, because I'm just curious if they're doing the stray cat strut everywhere they go.
We will see. Let's check it out.
The number of stray cats in Columbus is growing, and rescue groups say they are stretched thin.
And they say without more help, the problem will only get worse. We thank you for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Jared Smalley.
And I'm Jennifer Bullock. NBC4's Samantha Bender joins us live in Columbus with a look at the issue and what you can do to help. Sam?
Jen and Jared, local rescues tell me they're fielding nonstop calls about stray cats, and tonight they're urging Central Ohioans to step up because they can't fix this problem alone.
I mean, I'm busy every week. I can just set a trap outside and catch a cat. It's that bad.
On nearly every block in some Columbus neighborhoods, you'll find them. Stray cats multiplying faster than rescues like City Cats of Columbus can catch them. And its founder, Renee Hallman, tells me groups like hers are up against several challenges.
For me, it's lack of donations, and it's honestly just lack of people willing to put in the work and volunteer as well.
Hallman tells me 2 big issues are contributing to the problem: people abandoning their pets and neighbors feeding strays without getting them fixed to prevent more litters.
There's not enough homes for all of these cats. So spaying and neutering is really how we stop this issue.
Hallman says low-cost spay and neuter clinics are available in Central Ohio. Columbus Humane holds its community cat initiative every Friday at the cost of just $25. And you don't have to be affiliated with a rescue or shelter.
If you go to a normal, like your regular old vet, you know, I've been given the estimate anywhere between $400 to $800 for a spay or neuter. It's out of the question for a lot of people.
But Hallman says the community can help in other areas too, like donating, fostering, or even learning how to trap, neuter, return to stop these colonies from growing.
A lot of the local shelters will rent out traps. They do take a deposit, but they rent out traps, so it's very accessible. You just have to go pick them up. I know Columbus Humane does it, Colony Cats does it.
Hallman says she's also a big advocate for Adopt, Don't Shop. She encourages residents to support the local rescues that are doing the hands-on work every day to keep the stray cat population under wraps. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Samantha Bender, NBC4.
Thanks for watching. For more NBC4, download the NBC4 streaming app. You'll get free 24/7 local programming streamed straight to your living room. Just search NBC4 Columbus on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Roku.
Yes, if you need to stay up on the news in Columbus, get the NBC4 app.
It's good we put that ad in there for them, you know?
I like how both the reporter and the main news caller at the desk had the very nasal reporter-esque language that they do. And
it's very important.
You're going to want to adopt.
Yes. Yeah, you got to use that for news. It's very important. Right. I also thought stray cat crisis in Columbus was quite a mouthful.
It really is. Yeah. It sounds like one of those 40s, you know, stray cat crisis in Columbus.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hey, adopt, don't shop.
Right.
Right. And, you know, if you, we know this, we would hope people would, you know this, but cats, dogs, especially, but cats too, they're a lot of work. And when, you know, you adopt a cute little kitten, that's going to grow up to be a cat that needs to be fed and is going to have medical issues. And, you know, they provide you a lot of love, but you got to provide them a lot of love, and they're a lot of work. So don't, you know, we want to encourage people to adopt from shelters. And we want to encourage, of course, pet adoption, because we know it can change your life, but know what you're getting into, because it is work.
Well, and I think also that I didn't know anything about the whole TNR, you know, the trap, neuter, release programs that they do, how important that is to keeping the stray cat population down. Is, you know, you catch them, neuter them, so that way there's not a bunch of kittens just up and strays running around, and how important that is to those communities, those, you know, like Bob the cowboy cat wrangler, and those other people that are doing that. You know, that helps so much, and it's better for the cats. It's better for everybody.
Right. Hey, it's one thing to go out and feed all these cats, but that's not what you should be doing. You should be actually trapping them in a very humane way, taking them to get them fixed, and then reintroducing them. And then you can feed them all you want, because the cats are going to congregate around that food. And the more they're all congregating, the more they're like, hey, what are you doing there? I don't know. You look kind of cute. And next thing you know, you got more cats. So the good TNR people, it's about trapping, neutering, and releasing. It's not about the feeding, although that's a huge part of it, because they want to be humane and make sure those cats get fed. That's massive. So I think we're going to need to ship Bob the cowboy cat wrangler, to Columbus.
We'll connect him with that lady, Rebecca Holman, I think was her name, and see if they can go do some TNR.
And then we can do a follow-up story
here on Columbus News.
Mom, the cowboy cat wrangler.
All right.
She seems like a very lovely lady, and we do not.
I'm sure they're fine.
We don't want to make fun of her, although we are.
They teach you to talk like this. All right. Here's Pet Bianca. We're going to learn about Bianca.
Welcome back in, everyone. It is Monday, which means that it's time for our Second Chance Pet segment. Matt Russell from the Humane Society of St. Joseph County is back in studio. How are you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am doing fantastic. It's been a really fun show, but Mondays I always look forward to, which I love how we have this segment on Monday, because we get to brighten our spirits with super cute pets. And this is Bianca, so tell us about her.
So Bianca, she is 3.5 years old, and she's a pit mix. She came to the shelter. Originally, she came with another dog as strays, and we were able to identify their previous owner with their microchips. But unfortunately, the owner just could not care for them anymore. So her and her brother have been at the shelter since the beginning of September, so not a whole long time. But her brother has already found his home. So now we're trying to find her forever home.
Well, that's what this segment is all about. So if you're watching right now and you're interested in Bianca, definitely check out the Humane Society of St. Joseph County, and you can make an appointment or stop by either way.
Yeah, so our adoption center hours are 2 to 4:30, Monday through Saturday, or you can put in an application and then that will make you eligible. We can set you up for an appointment outside of that time.
So, do you know where St. Joseph County is? I have no idea.
I don't know.
But if you're watching at home and you know where it is and you'd like to adopt her,
yes, Bianca seems like a very sweet pup.
Yeah.
She had a great attitude there on air. And, I would think if dog's going to misbehave and be, growling, it's going to be in a TV studio because there's lights and people moving around and, all that kind of stuff. I will say I'm glad that these local stations are doing like, hey, a once a week feature about adopting pets. I think that's really neat. I don't know if I'd like it on a Monday because you're kind of crabby on I'm kind of crabby on a Monday. You're sinking in the week. You're like, I need to get done. And then, I've got to, maybe it's a total mood booster though. I get to see this dog and pet it and,
Sure, it's good for the TV crew because they get to experience a dog on their Monday. It makes the Monday not as bad.
That's true.
So, but maybe for adopting, it's more of a Friday thing,
Yeah. People are usually in a better mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got paid. That's a very good point. Yeah. Monday, it's like, I'm out of money and I'm crabby. I don't,
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know.
Well, hopefully they'll
seems like
watch
a very
this
sweet
segment
dog.
and adjust their entire TV schedule based on our recommendations.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we got another story here. This one is from Yakima, Washington. Yakima is a town in Washington. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but
I did actually. I don't know many things, but I did know that. Lovely Yakima. It's lovely.
Help KIMA find forever homes for our furry friends. Every pet deserves a home. We're changing lives, one tail at a time.
This week is a little different. The Yakima Humane Society is doing a month-long sale on large dogs as they are now full.
For the entire month of October, we have discounted our adoption fees. We're having a very large sale for large dogs because we have no space available and our wait list is so extensive. So we've lowered that adoption fee from the standard $175 all the way down to $50. So McCurley Subaru has helped sponsor us for the entire month so that we can do the Subaru Love Pets event and just lower those fees as low as we can to help get as many dogs home in October as possible. We are almost always at capacity because of our wait list. So as soon as an animal's adopted, we clean that kennel and then we immediately call somebody off the wait list to fill that kennel. Right now we have about 15 people on the stray wait list and we have about 175 people on the owner surrender wait list. We always prioritize the stray wait list, so unless it gets down to 0, then we can't call owner surrenders. It is much harder for us to adopt out large adult dogs. They are just an unknown, I think, for people. I think people are a little bit more concerned about bringing in a large dog or an adult dog than they are a puppy. We are always looking for large dog adopters. They just have a longer length of stay and it's harder for them to find homes successfully. So we really are pushing this whole month of trying to get them as much attention as we can.
Why should people adopt an adult dog?
Adult dogs are fabulous. My personal pet, I adopted as an adult dog. They really appreciate that home. Most of them have been homeless, so you can tell that they, unlike a puppy who's just bouncing around, those adult dogs have been through something and they really appreciate those new homes. So there's a lot of great features in adult dogs.
So yeah.
Apparently in Yakima, they're taking the reporters right out of the TV production classes in high school and sticking them right on the air. Here you
Yes,
go.
they
'Cause
are.
he looked
But
very
he
young.
didn't have the nasally voice.
No, he has not developed that.
Did
That's
not
where you
sound like
learn that
Ron
in
Burgundy.
college.
Yes.
So they're wise in Yakima.
Yes. But
Look,
I love the story because I love, of course, adult dogs, big dogs. I like large dogs. And, I think adopting adult dogs is definitely the way to go if you can. It's part of my goal is someday when I retire, I want to have a big dog sanctuary that we can adopt all the adult senior dogs that no one wants, and we can let them live out their final years in comfort with lots of love. That's definitely part of my plans because those poor guys they just don't have a very good life because nobody wants them.
no, and folks, I'm going to tell you, he is not making that up just to look cool on camera. He has actually mentioned that to me before, Nathan, and I think that's a great idea. Look, before we got Buddy, our little Siamese kitten, who's a big sassy cat now, we only adopted adult cats because of what she's talking about. You go in the shelter and everybody wants a kitten, everybody wants a puppy, right? And these adult dogs are great. And, a lot of times you don't have to train them really, you might have to show them exactly where the door is to go outside or whatnot. But they're trained. They're usually very grateful to be in a home because they've been in one and got out and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Or they've just been stray for a while, if not their whole life. And they're very appreciative to be in a home where they're loved and, it's warm and they can feel secure for once in their life. So I think it's a really good thing that shelter up in Yakima is doing.
Yeah.
It seems like they've got a heck of a wait list. But man, if you're in Yakima and you want a dog,
Man, that's the way to go.
Right.
For sure. All right. We don't think we did this one yet. Let's check it out.
All right, welcome back. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for WPVF to the rescue. I'm here with Amara Gleason from Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League, and we have Rufus with us today. If you would like more information as we're talking here about Rufus, you can scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen, and you can learn more about him anytime during this interview. But Rufus, welcome, Mara. How are you? Tell us about Rufus.
Rufus is a lot of fun. He's already been making a lot of friends here at the studio. He loves to be pet, and he gets a little antsy. He will come right up to you and ask to be pet.
Excuse me, I like it.
He's like, back scratch, please.
So
yeah,
pretty.
he's a 6-year-old boy, but he is so full of energy, you would never know it. Kind of at that middle age where you don't have to do the puppy training, but they're not quite a senior yet, so he is just ready to find a home. He's great with all the people he's met and also other dogs. He plays
that's great.
in
What
play
about
groups at the shelter.
What about kids?
We haven't specifically had him with kids or had a recorded history, so we always recommend coming with the whole family to meet the animal, but as far as we've seen, he's a very gentle, good boy.
And a lot of times people are a little apprehensive about adopting an older dog, and a lot of times, I know in my situation, it's selfish because you want to have as much time with them as possible, but I mean, a dog like this, like you said, if you do have a family and a busy life, bringing a dog like this who's well-trained, knows commands, right?
Certainly, yeah.
Might be actually a good thing for your family.
Yeah, he's kind of a low maintenance type of guy, really. And yeah, don't have to do that puppy training. He's just ready to come and join your couch, join your little family, and he would be so happy to do so and bring so much love to your life.
All right.
I want to know what Rufus's superpowers are because he's got some.
Know.
He's got a
obviously.
cape. Yeah.
Hopefully he has the power of getting adopted. Hopefully.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope that's his superpower.
Yeah, I guess I do too. At
least
there, Nathan.
Yeah, and at least the reporter knew that she was being selfish. She said, and it's normal to not want to adopt an adult dog because you want a lot of time with them. But, I think that the time that they have left, what a good way to be of service to a less fortunate dog.
Correct.
So,
I want to say Rufus is 6. Was that correct?
Yeah, 6.
Looks like he's about 2. Really?
Yeah,
I would have guessed 2 or under because
he's a lot of energy. He did not seem like 6, and depending on his breed, he'd still be another 8-10 years, even.
Yeah,
so.
he looked real trim and full of energy. So I would think. And he's got superpowers which they did not disclose, but he's wearing a cape, so he has to. I think that's the law.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I would, if you were in that area, check out Rufus because he seems like a very sweet dog.
It's a good name. He really did look like a Rufus.
He did. That is a good point. He was named well, and he kind of grew into his name of Rufus, and that apparently is his secret identity.
Yep. All right, so this is going to be our last story of the day. And
I like this one. I know which one you're going to pick, and I like it. It's a great story.
It is a tearjerker. So just
wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
Right now, I'm ready.
You are on camera, just so you know, Ryan. So if you will be seen in the corner of the screen, crying if you do cry.
Okay, just mute me at least.
All right.
We got some body cam video from the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, and I literally still can't talk because it's so emotional.
You may start crying as well. The Sheriff's Office got a call from a distraught husband in Shalimar, concerned for his wife. She'd taken their son's dog for a walk and did not come back.
Yeah, we're going to let the video tell the rest of the story from here.
Just takes that dog, but she never takes more than 10 or 15 minutes. It's almost an hour now. It's over an hour now.
Okay, do you know what breed the dog is?
The dog's just he's just a 100-pound dog.
Okay. There's the dog. Hi, baby. Baby, where's your mama? Hi. Hi, where's your mama? Where's your mommy? Come on. Come on, where's your mama? Tell me where mama is. Ma'am? How to catch you, ma'am? 322, I've located her. Oh, hey, ma'am, can you tell me what happened? Oh, can you tell me what happened? Are you okay? 322 SO, can you have EMS en route to the golf course? She's laying here on the sidewalk, alert and conscious, but she may have injured herself. Where were you when found you? I was in front of that house right there. And then the dog ran up to me. I was right out here.
And the dog brought you over?
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't leave. He kept coming back to me.
Mm-hmm. He ran up to my car and I said, bring me to your mommy, and he ran back here.
He come up to your car?
Mm-hmm. Good boy.
Sweetheart.
Good boy. Very good boy.
I'm not even his owner. I'm his grandmother.
Oh, you're such a good boy. You're so good.
As you can tell, Eeyore led the deputy right to the woman who had fallen down and hurt herself.
And you know, the thing that struck me, you guys, more than anything else, was the voice of the husband. When the deputy comes to the door and you just hear, like, that's his person. Yeah. And she's not there. But, you know, we joked about our small dogs maybe wouldn't do that. But you think your dog would do that?
So I think NATO would. I think Bravo would lay with me. One thing I did notice, Eeyore, when they finally got back to her, he was laying by her. You know, he definitely cares for her. I think Bravo would be a little overwhelmed. He would lay with me. He would just start cuddling me. But I do think NATO would actually do that.
It's just like one of those stories that you read that's just so glad everything worked out well, and just a reminder, we just, you know, they're such amazing animals.
Proving again that dogs are God's greatest creature.
Yeah. And as you can imagine, Eeyore's getting quite a bit of attention on social media. Let's go to the comments with dozens of people weighing in, saying he's a pretty good boy and he should maybe get some extra treats.
Yeah, that includes Jordan, who says, "Oh, best boy ever. He gets all the treats. This brought so many tears to my eyes. How very sweet."
Julie chiming in saying, thankful for Eeyore's protective instinct. I teared up. You bet.
And then we've got one more. Sheila says, "Oh, all the heroes don't wear capes. I hope he gets a very special reward." Thank you guys for the comments. Keep them coming.
Well, Rufus wears a cape. I'm just going to throw that out.
Yes.
Everything about this Eeyore story is wonderful. Everything. The poor old guy who's missing his wife, the cop who's just great, right? Eeyore himself, who's doing like Lassie work, right? Oh, here's the cop. I'll take him to my owner, the owner that's the grandmother of the dog. So the mom of the owner that's fallen. This story is just working on every level.
It's incredible. Yeah, I mean, it's he really did have that. You know, what Timmy fell in the well. I mean, he literally did the the hero thing. You know, it was incredible. I think that. I also thought it was a very grandpa answer to what dog breed is it? And he says it's a 100-pound dog.
It's a dog.
It's a 100-pound dog. That is the level of dog breed that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Right. Not even like it's a brown dog. It's a 100-pound dog.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
But yeah,
what a story.
Police
man.
officer lady found him just fine.
Yeah. Incredible.
What a feel-good story for everybody involved. And in Eeyore, I'm hoping Eeyore is getting some great treats and belly scratches this week. Because
He better.
Yeah. Speaking of good things, look, this is Ryan. I've been talking with Nathan. I'm the co-founder of Buddi. Welcome to Buddi's YouTube channel. And you may be saying, hey, what is Buddi? What are you guys doing? So Buddi is your streaming platform with all sorts of movies, TV series, TV series and health series featuring pets in them. And they're all fetched just for you. So you can start your free trial today at watchbuddi.com. We've got movies and TV shows and all that kind of good stuff. We donate a portion of our proceeds to charitable pet organizations, national and local, and they can become the Buddi Champion of the Month. Now, if you could like this video and subscribe to our page, our YouTube page right here, that would really help us out a lot. Thank you. This has been fun. I think we should do it again.
This was fun. We got to do it again. Well, hopefully we'll get some more news stories the next week or two. Put another show together. It was a lot of fun.
And now, should we do it in the nasal news?
Thank you for watching Buddi News.
I think that's something we should strive for next time.
Yeah, next time. More nasally voice. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you very much.